Hello, hello. So back with my cup of tea, sat in a chair, which means it's episode 2 of the year, recapping Alcoy and the Ultra Mediterranean, which we completed last weekend. So we had every intention of vlogging the whole trip, and instead it was such a chaotic but fun and successful trip. So I'm going to do a recap on here and then show some overlay of what went on instead. So recapping from the start, we left my house in Faro in the Algarve very, very early on the Wednesday morning. I think we left at like 4 AM, drove to Lisbon and then flew from Lisbon to Valencia and then picked up a hire car and drove to Alcoy. So Alcoy is the mountain range in between Alicante and Valencia. Super rocky, pretty technical mountain range, very beautiful. And yeah, Alcoy is the kind of surrounding town nearest to those mountains, or main town. So I think it's a city actually, main city. Very, very Spanish, very, very local. Yeah. So after arriving on the Wednesday, we then spent the whole of the Thursday recceing, something that I really want to make sure I do in the future. I previously have been probably quite slack and lax with races and haven't recceed enough, but recceing made a massive difference and really pleased that we arrived a couple of days early to do so. Then the Friday came and we went to go get bibs.
Good morning, Alcoy. Today is a race day. Safekeeping. Tomorrow on Sunday.
It was a very disorganised Friday evening. So as I mentioned in my first video, I thought we were doing a time trial, then I thought I wasn't doing a time trial. Anyway, long story short, it was a 14k, it was 3k as a group to the start, and then it was 30 seconds slots in a time trial style, basically a 4k from the bottom to the top of the mountain, which was so fun. The biggest lactic acid burn I've ever had, but loved it, really, really enjoyed it. And then it was untimed coming down, and then when you got to the bottom, there was 2k from the bottom to the finish, which is also timed and also uphill. So basically all the bits that were uphill were timed, and all the bits that were downhill weren't timed. So Saturday morning came and we drove to the start, which is about 20 minutes from where we're staying, which is a very, very local town, village, with a big race vibe. It was also the 100 miler was also going at that time, so there were loads of 100 miler runners coming through where we were all prepping and starting, which was really, really exciting. Then had our kit checks and went into the starting pen. I was in the starting pen all ready to go, and I got a tap on my shoulder and asked to go to the corner where a load of elite runners were standing, and I was put on the elite start line. It was my first time ever being on an elite start line, which was amazing and super nerve-wracking, but really, really enjoyed it. We all kind of ran through the crowd of people to the front as well, which was pretty surreal, with a very good Spanish vibe and music, and it was a really, really cool start line, so that was a big highlight. Then the race started. The race weather was cold and incredibly windy. I must say, going into the race, I think we were all kind of slightly questioning the wind and what was going on, but the race went ahead. I'm very proud of how I paced it. I didn't go out too fast. It was a competitive fast start, and I stuck to my own kind of instincts and my own plan. Got to the top of the first summit, which I think was about 20k in, and was holding my own, having a good race, and a big gush of wind came, caught my pole, I face planted, had a bit of a confidence knock mid-race. And then 20 to about 25k, we had about a 5k pretty technical descent, and after a bad fall and a bad wounding, that 5k I think took me probably longer to go down than it did go up. got over that about an hour or so after, and got back into a groove. 25 to 40k, very much felt like I was coming back into my own again. Definitely felt like I was getting stronger on the inclines, fueled it really well. I've actually moved on to precision hydration gels and was having a good amount of carbs. Yeah, felt strong with all of that. Got into the final checkpoint and very much felt like I was coming into my own, as I said, being a long distance runner, and the race was cancelled due to weather. So first ever race that's been cancelled due to weather for me, which was kind of gut wrenching at the start, isn't it? You're like, oh, particularly when you're having a good race and you feel like you're in a good groove and all of that, but obviously safety first, and it was pretty windy. So yeah, high levels of wind cancelled the race, 41k in. Got on a coach, went to the finish. People ran through the finish line just to kind of do it, but it was a very sombre kind of ending to that day. However, on a very positive note, I won. So I was in the stage 84. So this was at the start. It was the 3 stages, 3 days of racing, and from the accumulation of the races that I did complete, and this I did complete, I won. So I was so happy, I must say. My first ever time winning money in a race, which was quite surreal. Yeah, I was really proud of my performance. It was a big international field. I think I was probably the only female Brit in the race, and yeah, I was really proud, and coming home with a win was a big bonus. That's the race recap. And the January recap, that race brought me and gave me everything that I wanted. I wanted a confidence boost, I wanted to get out on technical trails, I wanted to race against competitive people, I wanted to keep doing all that all year, and coming back with a win as well was a really big bonus. So yeah, a really good start to the year. 2 weeks in Portugal training, and a race in Alcoy with a catch-22 win, but shame it wasn't finished, but a really good training week, and yeah, things to work on, things I'm really happy with, and here's to February and beyond. And as always, please subscribe, like, comment, share, all that jazz, and thank you for your support as always.